Alright, well, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, I just thought I'd get out a quick video because I kind of forgot that the Teofimo Lopez and Rolly Romero fight was on early hours tomorrow morning. Well, UK time anyway. Don't mind the paint there, sorting that out soon. So I just thought I'd get my quick take on it. It won't be a long video. So, you know, I kind of did a video the other day. If you haven't seen it, I'd say go watch it. Just about the mindset of Teofimo Lopez. I think I've seen... you know, a couple of people now online who I watch YouTube videos of also agreeing that his dad shouldn't really be in that corner. And even Teofimo's done an interview, you know, and even said to his own dad, you know, I was protecting you. That's why I say these things. But, you know, basically saying you're not good in my corner. You're not a good thing of confidence. Aside from that, if we're going to talk here about skill, levels, and everything else, I still think Teofimo's going to win this, right? I think Teofimo's levels above Rolly. Now, I see Rolly gets a lot of shit. I did think the comments after he beat Ryan Garcia were funny, and anyone else saw him like Sugar Rolly Romero, but I don't think he's as bad as people make out. You watch the Tank fight, right? At the end of the day, I know he was a bigger guy than Tank. You know, he was quite a big lightweight, but he was outpointing Tank, right? And, you know, Tank just does what he does. He caught him and counted him, right? I can't remember the old ass dude, the Mexican dude he beat, but the referee stopped the fight when he shouldn't have. And, you know, he's lost against Pitbull Cruz, and I always fought with Rolly Romero. I think his style is terrible against a constant pressure fighter, so, you know, I kind of not surprised Pitbull Cruz beat him. And then you got the Ryan Garcia fight. Not to take it away from him, but Ryan Garcia, for some reason, just shit out once he got hurt, right? But that was a good win. And I think fair enough, you know, he was the better man of the night. In retrospect, he's the better fighter, right? Let's just say that. You know, he beat Ryan Garcia over 12 rounds, outboxed him and beat him. But has he got enough to beat Teofimo Lopez? So, you know, Teo is not... I don't want to say he's not as good as he was when he beat Lachenko, because I think the thing with Teo, it's there. Teo, the fact that he's got his dad in his corner and he's still as good as he is, it just shows how much of a natural talent he is, a natural boxer. You know, I've watched some of his fights in the amateurs, and he really did have different styles. And I think he's a very good boxer, very good IQ, very good stylistically, and athleticism. He's got everything. The only problem is, you know, the fact that he's done so well with just his dad, I think, is incredible. The only thing I'll say with Rolly, Rolly does have a nice jab, and he does have power. So Rolly can hurt people. You know, he's got power. Now, I know it's quite known online that they are friends, or you want to call them frenemies, is that what the word's called? But, you know, they're friends, right? So it always takes a little bit of the hatred out of it when they're friends. But I think once they get in the ring, I think those two are the type of guys to drop it. They're not going to be like Boazzi and Aziz when they fought, where, you know, you could see in the 12th round, Boazzi was sort of saying to Aziz, come on, just come forward a little bit more. Let's have a bit of a sparring session. I don't think this will be a sparring session. I think Rolly's good at planting his feet and throwing his punches, but I think Teo's just going to have too much for him. Even though Teo's power hasn't transferred up in the weights, I think he's still got enough pop there to hurt Rolly Romero. So, my opinion, I'm going for stoppage for Teofimo Lopez. I think he'll stop Rolly quite late. I think Rolly will be in it till towards the end. I'm going about between round 8 and 10. I'm going to go with that range. And percentage-wise, I'm going 75% to Teo, 25% to Rolly. Even if people think that might be a bit harsh to Rolly, I genuinely am probably one of the few boxing fans who doesn't hate Rolly. I don't think Rolly's amazing. I don't think he's great. But I've always classed him like fringe world level, especially around that weight class right now. So, yeah, I'm going Teofimo. I'm looking forward to the fight tonight. I can't remember who's on the undercard. I think, is it one of the Gary Russells is on there? It's not Junior, because I think there's a few... The brothers are all called Gary Russell. I think the dad's named... I think Hatman said that on one of his videos. I think the dad's called them all Gary Russell or something. Kind of like George Foreman. But yeah, I think one of the brothers is fighting on the undercard. That's all I can remember off the top of my head. I'm kind of winging this one. But yeah, no, I think Teofimo's got more than enough in the tank to beat Rolly. So I'm going Teofimo, and I'll do a reaction video tomorrow, and I guess we'll discuss where does Teo go from here. And just to add to my point, sorry, because I'm winging this, Teofimo struggles with movers, right? We've seen that with Sandor Martin. We've seen that with Shakur Stevenson. He struggles with movers. Rolly's not a mover, right? Rolly's kind of a plant his feet and throw type guy and does jab a little bit, but Rolly's not a mover. So that's why I think Teofimo. I think Rolly's going to be enough of a target that Teo's just going to have a great time with him. So, yeah, that's my opinion. Like, share, subscribe, and yeah, peace out, guys.